Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play .hack GU Volume 2! We're gonna go straight into story, so I'm just gonna cut the introduction there. But last time, we found out Yata was being a little priss that, knew how to escape this AIDA server, but pretended he didn't. So let's go yell at Yata and see what happens.
Alright, so let's hear it. The truth. Why didn't you tell us about the operation folder?
I was only keeping quiet until I was able to obtain proof. It would not have been right to confuse you all with a mere unsubstantiated theory.
Which, to be fair, makes sense.
That's a nice way of putting it.
We will now proceed to infiltrate the operation folder and conduct a forced transfer command.
How?
We will use Tri-Edge's signs.
What? We're gonna hack
These
signs?
signs possess traits that allow them to be used as transportation devices. In other words, chaos gates that were made by AIDA. There are holes in CC Corp's server, and consequently, holes in AIDA's server as well.
Master Yata was putting together a transfer program designed to make reverse use of those holes.
No telling how much of that is true.
The only hole we've identified that connects to the operation folder can be found at Delta Hidden Forbidden Bulwark on the Morrigu Barrow Wall. Haseo, I, and Kuhn, you will infiltrate the operation folder using Tri-Edge's sign to gain access. You will then execute the transfer command from the same folder. I have already given Pi instructions on how to configure and execute the program. Head for Morrigu Barrow Wall and investigate the sign.
Understood.
Fine.
Well, that all kind of amounted to nothing. Like, I get it was kind of a confusing event, maybe. I don't know. Yata probably could have let them in on it, but I know the whole thing about that last area was just, like,
Let's head out for Delta
drama.
Hidden Bulwark. Like,
you gotta think of .hack GU as, like, an anime series, and each area you go to is, like, a separate episode. And you gotta have just, like, a little bit of drama and confusion when it... Oh, honestly, in the next episode, it usually doesn't matter too much. Bleh. That is something I've been finding a little weird about .hack GU over the years. I feel like a lot of people that still like .hack and talk about .hack in general are primarily anime fans, or at the very least fans of anime-style JRPGs. It's hard to find, like, at least in my experience, it's hard to find gamers that have much an opinion about the .hack series. I guess that was, like, another reason why I decided to start doing this Let's Play, just to, like, throw another person's perspective of the series up online and see if, you know... Just to, like, have that opinion out there, I guess.
What good is that gonna do for us?
I've just received information from Master Yata about a new AIDA corrupted area. If we can just keep data draining the AIDA in this area, we should be able to gather more data seeds. Yeah, so something different about this game that I guess is trying to be a little more like the original series. When you have to gate hack through Tri-Edge's signs, it's like gate hacking from the first series when you need to keep data draining monsters to obtain virus cores. In this game, they're called data seeds, and you get them specifically from AIDA. Kind of annoying that they sent you straight to Morrigu Barrow Wall and you couldn't do anything. They do that a couple of times, and it always feels like a waste of time. But here we are again! Did you guys miss the cave dungeon? Because it's back, and it's still pretty much the primary dungeon.
But yeah, there's some equipment upgrades to GU Volume 2 as well. You can now switch out your other character's equipment, which I was trying to do for a long time in Volume 1 before realizing you just couldn't. You could only customize their equipment. So now if you need to change their equipment for any reason, you can do that. I find it useful when you want to give a stronger level piece of equipment to a character when you're with them. Like at the beginning of the dungeon, say Kuhn is like level 45 and he has like a level 47 piece of armor that you want to give him. You can give him the level 47 piece of armor now while you're still thinking of it, and just equip it when he becomes level 47, because I don't think he'll do it on his own. But that's something that I thought was such a basic feature of RPGs. I can't even imagine why it wouldn't be there in the first place, except maybe if it was trying to play with, you know, the notion that this is an online game and these are other players and you can't completely control your characters, which I don't know how true that is, but, you know, whatever. It's weird because Dot Hack has that unique position of simulating an online game that doesn't always clash well about being a single-player RPG in reality for you, the player. So things like not being able to control your party members' equipment is realistic within the setting, but it doesn't always make for like a convenient game to play. But I guess, you know, it doesn't matter. You can start doing that now. You're also going to be able to see... I don't think it's... I forget if it's just yet, but you'll be able to start seeing enemy weaknesses to certain weapon types when you're using them. So Haseo has his broadsword out now. If an enemy will be weak to a broadsword attack, then your skill trigger will flash. I don't know if it happens just yet. You might need to do the next job extension to do that, because I know you won't be able to switch weapons on the fly in battle until you get that job extension. I don't know, the text went by too fast earlier when it was explaining the features. But yeah, this is going to be just another dungeon where it has so many different combinations of... No, the opposite. Where it's just going to have the same enemy combination, like, over and over and over again. We find a lot of these carry monsters. They all have those outer shells that add extra armor on them. That's what that red bar underneath their health is for. Rather be dealing with the red bar for armor than with the blue bar for flight that some other enemies will have. But yeah, I know I said last time that I was gonna think about like mixing up how they do. This episode is still gonna mostly focus on exploring the dungeon themselves, since there was so many, like, it's just this one main pattern of enemy, like, over and over. So, but I'm still wanting to do some more with it in the future. We'll see how the next one goes. And this is gonna be a bit of a longer episode too, so now I'm kind of wondering if I should have maybe just focused on battles instead, because I don't know. I don't like episodes of GU to go on for too long, because, you know, it is a monotonous game, and I feel like watching a single video, like exploring an entire cave, may just feel monotonous as well. Like, there's only so much commentary it can do, you know? I love this battle then. I think it's because it ends up being like so super short that there was like no point in cutting it out, really, just to like save 10 seconds. I wasn't gonna shave like 5 or 10 minutes off this video just by cutting that one battle out. I did get lost, not lost. I did end up having to backtrack a lot in this dungeon, so I did cut out a bunch of backtracking for like when we hit a dead end and stuff like that. You know, normally when I play this game, I'll use fairies orbs to just lay out the map in front of me, but I kind of just, I don't know. I'm in the habit of like liking to explore, so I did just kind of explore on my own. And, you know, if I hit a dead end, I hit a dead end. If I find the exit, I find the exit. I just kind of wanted to like take a like, whatever happens approach, you know? But, I think late in Volume 3, I kind of get fed up with it and just start using various orbs. I did just finish Volume 3 yesterday, and, man, Volume 3 is definitely the weakest part of GU for me. I guess that's a sort of unpopular opinion, I guess, but Volume 3's story I have a lot of issues with, but for now, I want to enjoy Volume 2 while it's here, enjoying the best parts. We're going to have another one of my favorite scenes in the game coming up soon, so I am looking forward to that. In fact, I'm kind of wondering, should I just go ahead and start talking about it now while we're just doing boring dungeon stuff? Because, I don't know, it's a long video, I don't want to spend any longer, like, fanboying about it, but I don't know. We'll wait a little while until we get closer to it. But let's just say some more things from the old games are gonna return that I get super excited about, even to this day. Still remains like one of my favorite parts of the series. But anyway, so I've been trying to like look at some more people's opinions on the Dot Hack series here and there, just to kind of like get a better modern day standing of where people fit on it. I don't really see a lot of activity in any kind of, you know, places I've been. Just today I was at on a GameFAQs forum. I was trying to look up stuff about the post-game in Volume 3, because the post-game thing in Volume 3 is pretty time-consuming, and just for recording purposes, I kind of wanted to know what was up ahead and if I should even be recording the entirety of it at all.
Haseo,
But,
don't let your guard down. There's still other AIDA signals.
you know, one person was, you know, saying like a lot of the same opinions I feel about this game, about it being very repetitive, being very melodramatic, and I don't know, I guess he wasn't like the most polite person about it either. Like, you can have your opinion, but like, I can understand why a bunch of other Dot Hack fans got like super pissed off at him and called him a troll and everything like that, because, you know, it did kind of feel like he was just going there just for the sake of shitting on it. He could have been like a little more polite with his criticisms with it. But I don't know though, it's just legitimately weird to me how many people will be up to defend GU, and I feel like I was like right there until, you know, not too long ago. I mean, I guess it was a while ago. I guess, you know, I was defending it all the way through, let's see, I guess around 2011 is when I kind of lost my interest in anime and anime-related things. So yeah, I guess that was like a while ago. I'm more chill about it now, but I do get like really mad at tropey things sometimes, just because it kind of feels like, you know, no matter what the show, anime repeats itself over and over and over again. But anyway, back to that forum. One guy was saying that it's like, you know, it's like a shonen anime, and that's why a lot of people like it. And it's like, yeah, the story may be cheesy and bad and everything like that, but because it's like a shonen show, that's what we expect from it, and that's why we like it. And that's a good point. You know, tropes don't just exist in like shonen shows, but I can kind of understand that perspective, and it kind of makes a little more sense thinking about this. I mean, I've gone on saying that, you know, GU feels like an anime at times, but, you know, a shonen show, I could see that. Like, you have a cast of characters that all have powers. They all have to learn how to use them, kind of. They all represent, like, a different kind of power. There's a lot of that in shonen stuff. You know, and I was even thinking, like, at one time, like, in high school, I was even thinking of the original series as, like, a shonen anime, too, because of, like, the tropes in that one. You know, even though they aren't as bad as the tropes in GU, in my opinion, they're still there in the original series. But it's it's weird because I've been so like disconnected from anime for like years now that, you know, even as I'm saying, you know, you got to think of it like in terms of like an anime RPG. I don't think it ever really like quite sunk into me that how reliant GU is on that, and that's like a big reason why, probably why you hear about dot hack in anime circles rather than gaming circles, because I'm not an anime fan anymore. You know, at most I can get some entertainment from it, but at the worst it completely distances me so far that I'd never want to look at it again. I'd like to think I'm like, you know, more on the positive side most of the time, just because I'm not so exposed to it like I used to be, but like, I primarily do think of dot hack, the games, as video games first, and like anime stories second, which is why the things like the monotony in the gameplay, how the story is presented, how characters are represented, I think of all that first in terms of a game rather than like an anime, and I guess I can see why dot hack is, you know, more of a cult following, and within those certain circles as well, and that's probably why a lot of gamers may not have like jumped on this bandwagon right away. At least maybe like part of a reason, because there's plenty of RPGs out there that draw inspiration from anime. I guess it's just like how they go about using it. Like Fire Emblem and Dragon Quest, I'd say those were pretty successful franchises, and they're totally all about the anime, but I don't know. I'm not really very familiar with any of their games myself in particular. You know, I can just see from just like merchandise and advertising that it must be like something more people are interested in. So I don't really know. I'm assuming there's like some more level of polish in those, and that's why they're, you know, so, you know, beloved by, you know, anime and non-anime fans alike, and that they just feel more like games. But I don't know, those are just some thoughts I've been having about dot hack lately. It's weird, because, you know, at the end of the day, and I've said this a lot of times before too, I do think dot hack's concept is pretty unique and interesting for an RPG, and it's just, I don't know. I wish it could have been a little more accessible to more people, because I feel like GU has a lot of potential that it just kind of, you know, throws away to become just another anime. And, you know, if you like the end result, then that's great. I personally don't. I mean, there's definitely parts of GU that I like, but I mean, at the end of the day, the story just frustrates the hell out of me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'd ever do like another dot hack series again. I know they're bringing back GU for an HD remake, and that was weird to hear, because I don't know. I know GU has a ton of fans, but it's like night and day for me, and I'd pick the first series over GU like any day. I'm just, I don't know. It's weird that they're bringing it back, and it's bringing it back for like dot hack's 15th anniversary, and they have like Kite's head in the logo for the 15th anniversary, yet they're bringing back GU for that. But I don't know. Maybe if more people are gonna get into it now that the HD remake comes out, maybe some more interest will be shown about dot hack. Because even though I'm not happy with how, you know, the GU generation turned out nowadays, you know, it's still like a important thing to me. You know, I don't want to like see the dot hack franchise like crumble and fail. You know, I'd like them to continue on with new stuff, but
So, this is the operation folder?
I don't know. I don't exactly want to continue
We're
them
still
to
in the
continue
connecting
in the
hall.
way that GU continued, but
So what should we do?
I don't know. Just food for
We'll have
thought.
to get
Enough of
into
that.
the system's upper layer.
Wait, something's coming!
More AIDA.
Looks like one of Ida's guards to me.
Does it look any different from any of the other AIDAs?
Perfect. I'll tear it to pieces. All right. Come on.
Right here! Skeeth! Man, like every freaking time he has to do that. It's so annoying. So yeah, now we get to fight an AIDA that's like a different color and a little more aggressive, but it's kind of easy all the same. Yeah, it's hard for me to explain how I feel about Dot Hack. I'd be curious to see what kind of direction they take Dot Hack if they were to start up a new series again. And you know, I know they did have like a few more projects outside of the GU generation afterwards, but I never really got into them. I think that was like after I kind of lost interest in anime, and Dot Hack or not. After my second playthrough of GU, shortly after my fall from anime, I just didn't really feel like seeing what, you know, Dot Hack would go towards. I mean, I don't even have a PS4 or anything, too, and I'm assuming anything Dot Hack related would be done on a PS4, so, you know, I have a friend that might get into stuff like that, so I might be able to see it when visiting him, but for me personally, I don't know. Dot Hack is just primarily, like, a thing that played a very large role in my life during a certain amount of time, and, you know, I'll always hold those memories in particular, like, important to me and close to me, but just as, like, my modern tastes and perceptions, GU just isn't really something that I find myself wanting to go back to. You know, it's been like, what was it, like 5 years now since my last playthrough? You know, I'll play through RPGs again, but with Dot Hack, and it's always like, a lot of time has to pass before I feel like visiting it again, just to see, and really with GU in particular, it's just to see if maybe I've changed enough to be able to enjoy it again, or see what my tastes are on it. I don't know. I like updating my opinion on old games a lot. That's why I like to revisit old things frequently. But GU just, I don't know. My opinion of it did not improve at all. If anything, it got worse from the last time I played it. I'm not mad at it or anything, just kind of more disappointed because I think now than before I just see like how much potential it has and how little it does with it.
Ovan 01. Ovan?
Ovan!
There may be other gatekeepers showing up soon. Hurry!
Pokeball?
So this is the operation folder.
It's just
So it would
white
seem.
space.
Please enter your certification ID. Identification confirmed. Access granted. Please enter your command.
Display the current server status.
Current server sucks.
Execute a program using all of the above parameters.
There's no real reason, but like,
Please
this
load the
area
program
reminds
now.
me of the second Dot Hack game in the original series, when Kite and Black Rose go to
Commencing countdown. Commencing countdown.
go to that, what is it? That the place where you find Leos and Helba like early in the game.
47.
Cut
And
46,
oops,
239.
looks like my video is all messed up again.
43.
It's so professional, this entire Let's Play. It's so good.
Executing
So good that
transfer
we have
command.
this to do.
What the? Look, it's spreading!
What is that?
Hey!
What's going to happen?
Magic circle!
Hey, what's going on?
Is it the end of the world?
I love how Gabi's just like smiling on his throne. Like he knew it was gonna happen. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, I don't know. Gaspar just like cowering in the freaking at home. But yeah, hooray for videos messing up. I hope it kind of resyncs soon. I had to re-record the next cutscene. Thank God it was like one I could replay from like the movie folder. I'll see if I can fix this after I'm done recording.
What is this place? AIDA! Damn, of all the times.
We got another AIDA. If only someone
Damn,
can
I
save
can't
us.
move. Because of these. Damn it!
Man, this is all messed up. I hope I can fix this and this commentary just sounds like the ramblings of a crazy person. It's so creepy how it's like all in slow-mo.
Huh? They took out AIDA? What in the world are they? There's still something inside. What is that? It's a coffin.
Oh!
Tri-Edge?
He's alive! And now he's got a posse! Oh boy! I legit love that so much. Oh, so much, so much, so
we've
much.
returned to
Past
the
me
real world,
fanboyed so much when those two showed up.
Everything that happened on the AIDA server
I'll talk about that
somehow took
later,
place
I guess.
in only a few minutes of real time. The one who appeared inside the operation folder was Tri-Edge. There were two others besides Tri-Edge there. I'd like to know who on earth they were. They were attacking AIDA. Does that mean that Tri-Edge isn't AIDA? And also, Adelie.
Yeah, anyway, sorry about the crappy video quality there. I'm getting so tired of that happening. But next time, hopefully I'll remember to talk about the scene that just happened, because boy do I love it. See you later, guys.